Alrighty, so we've got Zed vs Ahri here. Okay. I've seen some of these players. I've played with them before, like on Smurf
Oh,
accounts and stuff
really?
like that. Yeah, I recognize this Ahri and I think the support's name. Alrighty, so I mean, first issue, right? It's the AFK.
Yeah, this was my first OBS recording, so I was just trying to sort that out a little bit.
Yeah, so ideally, right, we get this sorted out before games so we don't have distractions, because what should we have used this time for? Like the load in and then this like 0 to 60 seconds.
Maybe just planning the game properly in my head rather than
Yeah,
just being
exactly.
distracted.
You want to figure out like what your game plan is going to be,
Yeah,
because there's lots of things to think about here, like how are you going to play your lane versus Ahri, what are the interactions with Ahri and Echo, how are they going to outplay you, where do I need
yeah,
to stand to make sure that we don't like lose the game at level 1 from an invade, things like that. So it's very important to be getting out of base as soon as possible to guard, to prevent
yeah,
just like losing a free game off the bat. And the other thing is you want to be using that lull state to plan out the game, and also the load in time to plan out the game.
yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan for the start of this lane?
Sort of just play back, make sure I'm dodging her Qs and stuff, and try poke her out when she's going for CS.
Okay, where do you want to pull the wave to?
I think just probably towards me, probably if possible.
Okay. Um.
I think I try shove her in here.
Yeah, I feel like you probably. It's hard to say. I feel like she should be
But,
looking to shove you in. And
yeah,
you kind of don't want to get shoved in, but you want to keep the wave more neutral. I feel like she
yeah.
has conceded here and made a misplay.
In most matchups, I'm usually used to sort of getting shoved in a bit, so it was quite weird to have the opportunity to do that to her.
I agree. I think that she definitely has misplayed her early game, which means you get to capitalize on that, which is good. We definitely want to get this wave like actually crashed
Yeah, I
because
was trying to do that here, but I didn't want to take too much damage while doing it.
yeah, we don't want to have like repeat of last session where you're just consistently basically in this negative position of the lane where you're in like her zone up here.
Yeah,
We want to bring it back to like your zone. That is a nice little Q you got there.
way to stop from using my W just for the cannon there. Capitalize on that.
Yeah, one thing I notice is like, I mean, you have to do this because you fuck up,
Yeah,
so that's not
works
good. And
out
we
quite
don't
well.
really want to use that W, right?
No, and I for this position here, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good idea because you fucked up. But what would be better is like, I think you're standing way too far back here. Why are we here?
I'm not sure, just trying to be out of range of a Q, I guess.
Okay, well, where's out of range of a Q? Do you have to stand here?
No, not at all.
No, right?
Definitely
So
a bit
you could
closer than
be
that.
up here more, right?
Yeah.
Well, what does this do if you're standing where X is?
Um,
You're still out of her Q range at X, but what will it like? What will she be thinking in that situation?
Go order the cannon.
Well, she thinks you're gonna go for the cannon, but she thinks that when you're here too.
Yeah.
I'm more inclined to think that when you're standing forward a little bit more like this, she is gonna look to try and position for some kind of poke, right? Which means you can then play on that and be able to move back out of that range. So say you're standing on X, right? She moves forward to go and Q you. You get to take a step back
Sort
and
of.
space that and burn her
Yeah.
mana. See, when you watch like really good mid laners play, what they're going to constantly do is they're going to tether just outside of the range of the enemy's abilities to waste their
Spells
abilities
out.
and spells.
Yeah.
And that's going to like slowly, win the war of attrition. And also, say she misses her Q, that gives you a really good opportunity to trade on her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're standing a little bit far back at that point in time, and it's just something we don't want to do too often. And
Yeah, I think definitely adding that into the notes after with just tethering to bait out abilities is definitely something I'd like to do.
yeah.
I think here I wasn't too sure if she backed out a lane or not, so I wasn't too sure whether to stay here or shove.
Oh, I don't.
And I think I started shoving here.
Yeah, I don't know about the W usage.
Yeah, that wasn't very well.
No, and it makes it kind of hard to get to the spot, I feel like. Alright. So Ahri did reset.
Wasted definitely a lot of time there with that W.
Yeah. Also, like, your Q. I feel like you should be thinking that Warwick's gonna Q onto Neela, right? It's like, I'm surprised you went for this Q. Warwick's kind of entered the lane here, so that's good for you.
Yeah.
Yep, this is fine. W back to lane, nice. Yeah, so we want to get back to lane as soon as possible. Ahri's base is nowhere near as good as yours. So that's
Yeah,
also
definitely
really good.
not.
Just gonna get back in time to, you know, basically keep the wave where it is.
I don't think I needed to E for that at all, did I? Did the E actually kill it?
I don't
With my
think
auto?
you need to... Yeah,
Yeah, that would have just killed it. Yeah, already. Yeah.
But, like, also what I think you should be looking for here is, like, you know, WE on her right now.
WEQ. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have red
definitely.
buff, she just chucked her Q. Imagine the chunk that you get on her here.
Yeah.
Because all she can do is, like, charm auto WU. See, here again, you're standing way outside of, like, all the ranges. So she doesn't have to... You're not even interacting with her when you're standing back that far. Like, you're
definitely
really...
looking to capitalize on the item lead I have.
Yeah, well, you want to capitalize on the item lead you have. You want to capitalize on the buffs that you have. The level lead that you have. There's a whole host of things that you wanted to capitalize on. But what you're doing is... It's not even that you're not capitalizing on these things. You're standing in, like, a really... I guess, like, submissive position, sorry, in the lane. But you're just, like, letting her control the flow of how this lane is playing out. But you don't really have to, because she's not playing in a way that is forcing you to do that, right? Like, she is basically, you're both just handshaking the wave and doing nothing really to each other, right? Like, she's also standing in Narnia, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, sometimes she comes back inside of Narnia and you punish her. That's good, that's what you should do, but you're not, like, doesn't seem like you're taking it to her.
Yeah,
in any way. So here, right?
Let's go straight in, or...
Well, what things
I was waiting to
are
hit
notable
6
here?
here. About to hit 6.
Yeah, so... do you kill? Oh, she's walking back in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think about this fight and how it's played?
Not very well.
Okay, what could be
Pretty
done better?
poorly executed. Could have altered the charm there, maybe just gone straight in. Just poorly mechanically executed by me.
It's pretty hard to ult the charm here because of how soon you go to your W.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. I think not wasting that E, if possible. On that
Yeah,
minion.
and then like getting an auto off before the ult would have been
I think
nice.
I was just trying to force the level up there.
Yeah, so, well, when should you be planning this play?
Definitely a bit before.
It's here. Where you decide to queue. You don't want to be throwing out this queue and fishing for it, right? Because, look, you're 1 to 2 creeps off 6 here, right? It's like you're 2 melees or 2 casters or 1 cannon off, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be thinking about having your abilities up for this play and looking for, like, fishing for, like, the WE combo, right? And then you can follow through onto your W and ult on top of her, hopefully dodge out the charm.
Yeah.
And then I think that you start... So what I think has happened, right, is like you've taken the learnings from last session and you're thinking, okay, I have 6 prio here, right? But what you're not doing is you're not realizing when you actually have to start planning for that. Like, you're realizing too late. It's like you're looking down the XP bar, you're like, oh shit, I'm really close to level 6. I gotta, like, force the play now.
Yeah.
So we want to have a little bit more planning with the play. And yeah, shove the wave straight away, right? We want to be using those abilities. Get the wave crashed. And then shoot base on the spot. Nice, that's good. writing down some notes. Some improvements from last week in terms of level 6 prior, or level leads.
My CSing's still pretty bad at points sometimes.
I mean, your CS thing is notably better this week than last week. It's not my biggest concern right now. You're not missing as many free creeps. I mean, just about all the creeps this game have been free because Ahri is pretty much handshaking them to you and not putting that pressure on you, and you're just being able to like stand like really far back.
Yeah.
But, having 50 CS at 6 minutes 30 is not too bad, in my opinion. Oh, how come I not? Oh.
This was really bad. I noticed that after, and it was very bad. That flash, I could have gone to the side, where she probably wouldn't have actually charmed.
Well, let's go back in. Go back in time. So you go to the R here, right?
Yeah.
And then you flash underneath the tower. So, where could you have flashed to?
Anywhere else.
Right, anywhere else.
Yeah.
The first thing, right?
The straight trajectory of where I would have landed anyway.
Yeah, so, and also, that is the exact thing I wanted to mention afterwards, right? Where do you land when you Zed ult?
Yeah, I noticed that right after. It was terrible. Yeah,
no, but like, in general, when you Zed ult someone, what happens? Where do you end up?
Right behind them.
Right behind them. So, why flash in an exact straight line of where you land?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that definitely
She's already aiming her charm there.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, she's flashing into my charm.
Yeah.
Nice. Here, you're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
So what should you do?
Hit the minions and just get a bit more gold.
Exactly, just shove the wave.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't think there's any way for you to live here. Or the only other play you could have done is you could have run bot side, but I still think this just if you run bot side through here, you're just maybe allowing for your team to get an easier return kill.
But yeah, definitely just didn't need to happen in general, did it?
No, yeah, exactly. You don't die here if you don't make the misplays more villain.
Yeah.
I actually think also,
probably almost full health.
yeah, another thing is here, right? See how your R range here?
Yeah.
Why don't you WR her?
Yeah, I think that would have been a better play as well.
Because then, right, she's going to move, but you get to go back to your W spot.
Yeah.
As soon as your ult finishes. And then, so say she runs to here, right? And now this is Ahri. You have, this is your W, and this is going to be your R mark. And this will be, no, this will be your W, right?
Yeah, that would be my...
so you still have 2 shurikens. Oh, sorry, that'll be, oh, yeah. Okay, so you still have 2 easy shurikens to land, right?
Yeah, what if she ults away in that scenario?
Then she ults away. She could have ulted away in this fight if she had ult too, right? Presumably she doesn't have ult.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? What if she ults away now?
Yeah.
She charms you underneath tower, presses RW this way, lands full Foxfire on you plus R damage. Same, right?
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's actually probably even worse this way because you're taunted up underneath tower.
Yeah.
I think here you should ping your Echo to shove for you, just to like get him to shove a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And just so he like knows that like you want that and you're not gonna like rage quit because he does that.
Yeah.
It's just a good habit to get into in my opinion, because junglers, right? Even sometimes as a jungler you'll know this, but like, you know, you have to also take into consideration someone else's like mental state and how it might affect them.
Yeah, yeah, safe to be sure.
Exactly, in my opinion. Take me back in time. Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest issue that I'm seeing in this game is just like the tethering at all points is you know, you're just very far away from her.
Yeah.
You're really not tethering at all. You're just like staying way outside of her range. Oh, this is an all-in angle. How come we're not looking for the all-in here? We can see where Warwick is.
No energy, I think.
Ah, yeah. Okay. No, I get that. No. Okay. Good. Good spotting. See, if I was playing that game there, I probably would have died. So I probably would have looked for the all-in.
I think they're planning to do a buff on energy champions next patch though, so that should be good.
Yeah, you said that. And the
I think they actually just gone straight in on Ahri and ignored the...
No, I don't think so, because if Warwick gets ult right, he can regen up like a ton of that health.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure afterwards if it was a misplay.
I don't know if he's used his ult yet or not. So I like this play by you. What I think is like you probably didn't need to E because you're out of E range, right?
Yeah.
So what you should do is just WQ and then like instantly you could, if you wanted to, maybe ult onto the Ahri and auto E as soon as she comes out. But I don't think it's worth because she has 2 stacks. Sure. So what I think you do is you just save your ult here, right? Take the Warwick kill, walk back to lane. As soon as she oversteps, ult her. She has no ult.
Okay. Or just shoving back and get like a U moves.
I'd probably look for the solo kill here, right? Because you have...
Yeah, might as well use the ult.
Well, you have ult advantage, right? So wave slow pushing to you. I'd be happy to just chill in lane here. Let her overextend and then just all in her as soon as the opportunity comes. Because how does she live, right?
Yeah, true.
Like if you shove in the wave here, she just gets to farm it underneath tower. That's what she wants. That's the only way she can play the game right now. Whereas if you let it pull to you and you freeze, then you're actually punishing her. Shoving waves into her so she can farm underneath tower is fine for her. I think the only reason... Ooh, that looked messy.
Yeah.
The shove in. I think the only reason that you want to shove in the waves is if you're going to try and dive her.
Yeah. Or if I want to roam.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to roam, that's also good. Holy shit, man. That looked dodgy. Yeah, I like this. I'd go Ahri. Nice. Yeah, big. Yep. Qs? Yeah, nice. Alright, back to lane straight away. Oh. Yeah, see, I don't know about fucking with this guy anymore.
Yeah.
Let's not shove the wave. I think this is so much wasted time. Yeah, I would probably, as soon as we get the Warwick kill, I'd just start pinging back. Even after the Ahri kill, I kind of wanted to just leave. But if Warwick's also going to end, then, you know, you can pick up that extra kill. But you still just want to, like, kind of peace out of here. You know, especially now, there's no point for you to be here. I'd be looking to be pinging your teammates, like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, definitely.
Shove mid wave, go base. Because you want to be playing for that tempo still.
Yeah.
You need to shove the next wave, otherwise it's frozen. And also the other thing, right, is, well, it's not really frozen actually, but like it's not fully crashed. It's still going to push to you. The other thing is, you know, you want to make sure you get the wave shoved as quickly as possible because Warwick can come back fast when you're low health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say CSing is much better this week, right? Like 100 CS at 12
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, definitely better than last time.
I think this is like fine. I don't think it's like something that needs to be a major focus in the week going forward. Like obviously, yes, CSing is always important to improve at, but it's not like a huge deficit right now. That's so greedy by
Too
Warwick
short
to come
walks
back.
going. Yeah.
Turn to his blue. I think you don't chase here after this point.
Yeah.
After you
Yeah,
get
why-
charmed at 22 seconds, you just leave. 12:22.
Wasting more time here.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's not gaining you anything. You want to be like looking for going back to your lane, you know, maybe catch this Warwick out because he's greeting.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not kill him yet? Okay, do nice. Yeah, grab the blue and then straight to your lane.
I think I was checking it. I think it's a bit of a slow push.
I think you should shove it regardless. Because you're going to deny them gold and XP.
Yeah.
It's slow pushing away from you too. So it's bad wave state. Could we have predetermined it would be bad wave state? Yes. Because you shoved it in and didn't stop the enemy creep wave by the looks of it. So if we go back to here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look, right, enemy creep wave hasn't even spawned yet.
That would definitely be something
So
to work on, is
you
thinking
shoved
about
it in
the
too
lane
quickly.
state in the future.
Well, I think you thought about it, you just were wrong. So it's just like being right about analyzing the wave state more often.
Yeah.
It's okay to be wrong. Like it was pretty close, but we also could have determined it from an earlier point in time too. Pardon me, I need to sneeze.
No worries.
Cunt, that was a big sneeze. My bad. Sorry about your ears. Okay, nice. You're just gonna get the plates off.
We're just gonna W'd back there and
No, I wouldn't have done
Maybe.
that. That's greedy. No
Yeah.
point to get back there that soon. Could get picked off by an Ahri child Warwick ult. I think you should wrap around to Warwick's red here.
try and steal them, or just see if he's going back to them.
Just kill him. He's probably gonna go back. He's greedy. And like if he doesn't go back, you just get to steal it. Yeah, because like there's no more plates. But if you're at Warwick's red, then you're punishing him and getting more of a lead. And like now you're going, but it's too late. He's probably healed up and killed it. Yeah, see, he was on his red.
Oh, I remember this. That was pretty bad.
Did you die here?
Maybe, I'm not too sure actually.
Yep, you jump into an Ahri. Yeah, for sure you die here, right? Ah, you're such a lucky
Yeah.
bastard. I mean,
Yeah, very much
this
so.
is, yeah, regardless of whether you die here or not, it's still as bad, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so, what's the problem with this play?
ratio? What part of it exactly?
This whole play. Let's go from...
I just don't think it was worth it, like the risk at all, especially when I'm 6-1.
Well, when would it have been worth?
Straight away when there's nothing else I could have
Yeah,
done.
right now.
Yeah.
Like, right here, where you
Straight
see
in
where
there.
he's going, right? You can see where he's going. You just peace out. No one can see you going over here because you're out of vision. And you walk up behind the red buff and kill him. Free kill. And I feel like you actually kind of know this, but you just don't process it quick enough. Because you still do this.
Not at the right time.
Yeah. Also, the way you go, they know exactly where you're
Yeah.
going. You go through vision. You needed to probably go The shallower version through river. And you should probably never flash, I think.
Yeah.
I also think you should have instantly gone over to Herald side because you don't really want to engage in this fight. It's just lucky that Ahri sucks, in my opinion.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Okay, big one shot. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you could go to Warwick's wolves here potentially.
I'll just take them.
Yeah, you should, like, you can take jungle camps, of course. I feel like you're not doing that enough. Like, I would nearly prefer to see you take jungle camp than stand in this bush, right? Especially when you take jungle camps so fast now.
Yeah, that is true. In this feed.
Yeah. And you could, I would take the jungle camps, but save your spells.
Yeah.
That's what I would actually do. Because you take them, or like use like maybe auto E, right? Or auto Q, or Q to drag it out to you, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, save your spells mostly and your energy so that if someone comes, you just one-shot them.
Yeah.
I think also you should go blue trinket or red trinket. Oh, potential kill. Save spells till it ease down.
Yeah, I was shocked by that damage there.
Pretty crit. Well, I just don't even know if that's really the play. So you could live.
Yeah, yeah, I could have R'd back.
Yeah, if
and
you
realised
realize back
that
now.
Eco's gonna go off.
Shut down.
Being a bit more mindful in that fight.
I think it was just also really greedy, like you should have just taken the free Warwick, right? Like you don't need to go for such a
Out on them.
play. Yeah, I think it's a bit greedy and should have just went for the Warwick. Especially since Warwick was guaranteed dead.
Yeah.
Enemy has been slain.
Even if I was confident that I would have lived there.
Yeah. In my opinion, and the reason being is because when you're at this fight, what information do you have? All the information you have is just Warwick and Zeri mid, right? You don't know where Xerath is. So you're going fully away from your team and into Fog of War to make this play happen. Whereas, right, if you just stay here and one-shot the Warwick as soon as his E is finished, then you have full health still. So you have full health for the next play. You still have ult, so you can still make a play and like potentially on softer targets like Zeri or Xerath. And then you can also just go back and shove mid.
Yeah. No,
Because
definitely.
GP is not a soft target. He is the only other player that's doing reasonable in this game.
Yeah, I think just because of his build, I was pretty confident that I would have just demolished him without any worry of actually dying, but he obviously matches my damage as well.
Yeah. And the other thing is he outplayed you.
Yeah.
He had a barrel in the bush, fog of war, that he just ran into. Or what? I mean, he didn't really run into it, but like he dragged you onto it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Still haven't bought a trinket. I think you should go bot here. Match the waves Ahri shoving in. Yep. Shove this out. Oh, hold on. How did this happen? Ahri is looking for that play.
I think it worked out for her, actually. I played that pretty poorly as well.
Well, no, you just
Got
played,
baited into the Warwick.
yeah, you just played it poorly.
Yeah.
But why did you play it poorly?
Even with 3 Mia, I probably should have just not gone in for that.
I just think you tanked tower for no reason.
Yeah.
You just went underneath the tower again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you just turn around as soon as she presses R, right now, you go back to your ult. You just got her ult. You're chilling.
Yeah.
Your ult's going to come up sooner because you're way ahead of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Taking the small one rather than going for the kill.
Exactly. Small win, rotate out, take drag with your team.
Yeah.
And now you've died twice in the last like 2 minutes, you've thrown your lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the worst things you can possibly do is like compound your deaths, because then your lead is just evaporating so quickly. Like in a matter of
That's
like a
little
minute, your whole
project
lead
that
can go.
easily cost me the game if my team wasn't doing
Yeah,
as
of
good as
course.
they are.
Or if the enemy team were just better, right?
Yeah.
If you int into a smurf, then you just lose.
Yeah.
These mistakes have actually cost you games. Because part of the reason why this game is so long is because of these mistakes you've made. Every time you go to a long game, that's how you lose. You know how you DM'd me the other day and you're saying, like, I get these leads, but I can't win the game? That's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You only need one mistake and you've thrown your whole lead and you can be behind after that. And every team could have a better champion for carrying. They could just be a better player. There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Oh. E? Gragas? I think you just do this too slowly.
I wasn't 100% sure he was, so I was sort of just
Yeah, but no, but like you react too slowly. Like if you right now just EQ'd with the cursor here, and then W follow through, auto paralysis claw is dead.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You missed your Qs. And in here, you shouldn't look back for the Qs. Right?
Yeah.
E. E and just run. Or E and triple shuriken Warwick. Because this guy's dead. He's dead even without the E. So like you also need to be knowing your damage numbers better. Because if Warwick's chunked here, right, then this could potentially turn into the kill. Imagine Warwick has 300 less health. Right, Gragas has ult, Gragas has Everfrost. This would change it from like you like being like running away your life to like you're baiting them into another play.
Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Big play by your teammates. You're not even involved in it.
Yeah. No.
They basically just won the game.
Shut down. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't think there's anything too much more exciting that happens for the rest of it.
Yeah, let's watch a couple like skirmishes and see what you do. Oh, the metal play clip. Thought that one was interesting. I see. By the way,
About time.
you got a new monitor, right?
No.
No, okay, never mind. I was just gonna ask because you had your FPS capped at 60.
Yeah, I was lagging last week. I wasn't too sure why, so I sort of played around with it a little bit.
Well, it might
Probably
be
would
because you're
consider buying
recording.
another monitor.
Might be because you're recording two things at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't recording at all when it was lagging, so I sort of
Oh.
just adjusted it a wee bit.
Odd. That is odd.
I mean, we talked about getting a new monitor about maybe last year.
Yeah,
if that
I
would
think I
help as
said
well.
that it might help. So I think like just being 145 FPS might be pretty beneficial. That was more also because you're climbing into higher rank. I think I was
Yeah.
saying like with the next leg up, it's a pretty beneficial thing.
Yeah.
You didn't ignite here. You would have got the kill.
Dominating.
Actually, I think you don't have ignite by like 0.01 seconds.
Oh, just
Yeah, because you get stunned. Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that. That is cutting it fucking fine. Fine. Yep. Oh, it's not your fault. Just happens. Alright.
Still probably a bit silly going for that though.
It is, but it doesn't
Yeah.
also matter, like, 'cause it's pushing them out to the end. Yeah. Alright, I don't think there's anything else that matters too much here. I think that we have all the learnings way earlier than this, like maybe like 15
Yeah, there's
minutes.
definitely a lot to learn from that game as well.
Yeah, so I think what I've got written down here is going to be the best things for you to focus on. And pretty much actually the order it's written in is also how you should approach it as like what's most important. So very first thing, was just like the load in, should be not wasting any time.
Yeah.
You want to use these lull states the first 90 seconds of the game and you'll load in to think about what your game plan will be. You need to start looking to tether in a way that will help bait out abilities. This will help you win the war of attrition. This also, though, allows for you to get kills and get more lane control because you can then trade on them if they make mistakes and your tethering is better.
Yeah. Was I doing that previously when I was up in higher platinum, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think actually a big reason that you got good at this was from the 1v1 sessions we used to do.
Yeah.
Because that makes you extremely good at tethering. Because it's putting you in this situation where, if you do not tether, you're getting, painfully poked down.
Yeah.
Because my tethering was just much better than yours at the time. Due to, like, at the time I was playing, like, Diamond 1 as ADC, right?
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
That was, like,
Being
a
able to hang the
painful
abilities,
experience for you.
Yeah.
But I think it was part of the reason why you exploded up in rank so quickly once you got good at that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it was also good just focusing on hitting skill shots rather than thinking about other things. We made a lot more progression.
Yeah. Another big thing for you was like when you finally started putting your cursor on them before you pressed Q.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that.
That was like a big thing. That took a few sessions to get in.
Yeah.
Still need to work on getting the wave shoved out as quickly as possible. Some improvement from last week in terms of using your level priority. Oh, what the fuck? But it's still not, it still needs work. And realistically,
Thinking about it a little bit earlier.
yeah, we want to think about it earlier, plan for it more.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 seconds earlier. Really large misplays at 7 minutes 30. We spoke about this in the VOD. A lot of options you didn't consider when you all in Ahri, but the worst part is you flashed in a straight line from where you come out of your ult underneath her tower. So it's not even like she did anything good there. She literally just did the most basic thing she should do, and then you also flash into her tower for her. After pick on Warwick and River, you want to save your ult and pull away for a freeze on Ahri. If she overextends, you can run her down with WR. This was a very important one because your decision making was very different and I think much worse, where you wanted to start pushing her in, but all that leads to is you handshaking waves off to her, which is exactly what she wants. Whereas you don't want to be handshaking those waves anymore, you want to be punishing her. And the whole lane phase, this was a reoccurring theme where you were just handshaking waves with Ahri, even when you weren't even when she wasn't farming underneath her tower, right? Like when she was in a dangerous or risky position in the lane, you were still standing back so far that she was able to just farm for free.
Yeah,
So this comes back to tethering.
My lead very well at all.
Yeah, well, I think that you are thinking about how to capitalize your lead. It was tethering problems, right? Like, because when she would make like really egregious misplays and move too far forward, you would look for the combo on her, but it's just that you weren't thinking about tethering. If you're thinking about tethering and you were pushing the limit of tethering and being on like the knife's edge, you would be making her make mistakes that you can then punish, instead of like you're just waiting for her to make a random mistake.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's always better if you can make the enemies make the mistakes into you and then punish them off that, because that gives you way more control.
Yeah.
At 12 minutes 40 after you kill Warwick, you should head back to lane and shove wave to fix wave state and punish Ahri further. This is when you kill Warwick at your blue. Oh, sorry, at his blue.
Oh, yeah.
At 13:49, this is quite a lengthy one. At 13:49 is a good... Wait, what? At 13:49 is the time to go and invade the Warwick to try and kill him. Is that proper English?
Maybe.
That does not read very well. Anyway. You go too late and go the greedy route, which shows the enemies where you're going. You flash deep under Warwick's tower and waste flash for a low percentage kill, meaning that like there was low chance you even get that kill with your flash. You also then blast plant greedily back to mid and run into Ahri. You should have blast planted into the river. And then just like walk down river, right? Because it was like the safe way.
Wasn't really thinking about it, or wish you probably would have gone as well.
Well, but like you should have, and you should know where she's going to go is like, you know, from her tower into her jungle because you shoved her in.
Yeah.
So she's going to go that route that I just drew on the map. You need to ping way more often. You're not communicating at all with your team in terms of your roams and not micromanaging them at all. At 17 minutes, you should just take the guaranteed Warwick kill and conserve health and resources to use in a better fight where you have a clear advantage. This is instead of, you know, all in gangplank.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, not really a note, but just to mention, this game, a really good positive is you wasted way less time walking around the jungle AFKing. So...
Oh, is that something I was doing quite a bit last game?
Yeah. Last time you were just wasting so much time just doing nothing. Remember, like, last time you walked from mid up into this, like, bush behind the tower and then you just sat there for, like, a minute, then walked bot, ganked bot, and then walked back mid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather just using that time to just get more head rather than waiting for something that may or may not happen.
Yeah. It's like you're like waiting for this like reactive play that like there's just no evidence will happen, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like making a proactive play or making a reactive play, but that you at least have good evidence to back up happening.
Yeah.
Pardon me, sorry. So let me just move this over to your notes. This is one of the biggest improvements from last week. And then the other big improvement is you're missing... What? You're missing way less free creeps.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. But the caveat to this point, right, is that Ahri handshaked every wave to you. So we don't know if this is much better or Ahri was just really underperforming in this area. So we're going to continue looking over this, right? But as of now, we'll go with the assumption, right, that you have actually improved in this area a lot.
Better overall CSing or?
No, you're missing way less free / uncontested creeps. So the creeps that are like, you know, before you were missing creeps where like you were not going to get punished for. At least this time, you didn't miss any of the creeps you weren't going to get punished for. But the caveat to that is also Ahri punished you way less than the mid lane last week, right?
Yeah.
So there was way less pressure. All right. So do you have any questions?
No, I think that's pretty much covers it all. That was very helpful.
All right. Nice. I'll end the VOD here then, and I'll just end the recording. We'll chat for a little bit after.
Yeah, sweet.